I mean, their doctor tells me to give them melatonin, so. No, I have a little boy as well. That's mine. And then Rob has 2 kids that I claim as well. So, I'll probably do an eye look in the morning because it is 2 o'clock in the morning here. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to do an eye look. Does it say that? Oh. Okay. Warning, this product is not intended to treat insomnia. Do not take while operating machinery or driving a vehicle. Consult a physician before using this product if you are taking medication, have any medical condition, are pregnant or lactating, have an autoimmune condition, or depressive disorder. So if you're depressed, don't take melatonin. But it doesn't say not to take it daily anywhere on here. $10 milligrams is a high dose. Is my nose bleeding? No. It's where I don't have foundation right there. Yeah, no. 10 milligrams is not a high dosage. Before I stopped giving the girls melatonin, so Reagan she's had to have it since she was a year old because she simply would not sleep, would not. I took her to a doctor and I was like, it won't sleep. It won't sleep. I don't know what to do with her. She won't sleep. Mind you, I was, she just turned, she was a little under a year old. I was like 8.5, 9 months pregnant with Adriana. So Reagan was right around a year old. And he was like, give her melatonin. Start off with the liquid, put a couple of drops in her bottle, see how it does. Come back in a week. Okay, so I did. I was like, she's sleeping, perfectly. And Reagan was my child that slept from 7 p.m. till 11 a.m. And then she started, getting older, needing to eat more and stuff, and she wasn't sleeping. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I understand that. But then she would be awake all day and be awake all night. And I'm like, that's not okay. She would maybe sleep 5 or 6 hours a night. Not even a night, throughout the whole day. She would take naps, but she wouldn't sleep like a normal 1-year-old baby should. She was up all night. And I was working day shift and would come home. Well, I'd pick her up from babysitter and then come home and I would lay her down for a nap and I would take a nap with her. We'd maybe get an hour and a half nap in and then get up and go about our day. But then she'd be awake the whole night. And I'm like, dude, you gotta sleep. So I'm not even gonna say her doctor, but he prescribed her melatonin. And then as she got older, it stopped working because she had so much of it that milligram had stopped working. Now, at 5 years old, he's like, all right, we're going to do this. Go pick it up, 10 milligrams.
10 milligrams adult gummies.
Whatever. So then when it stopped working again, I was like, what do I do? He said, give her one more. And then it got to where she was taking 100 milligrams of melatonin a night. And then it got to where she was taking 100 milligrams of melatonin a night. And I finally talked to him about it, and I was like, look, this is a lot. And he said, okay, well, we're going to stop. We'll get her to go to bed. Her body's used to, this is the time she goes to bed. Here we go. So, me and Rob got her, like, I don't know, I think it was like 9:30 was when she'd go to bed normally. We'd send them to bed. Rob, okay, I don't do the bedtime stories and tucking in kind of thing. I don't do that. I never have. I don't do it. I send them to bed, I cover them up, and then I walk out the room. And I turn the light off. Like, that's how they've always went to sleep. And, well, Reagan, yeah. AJ, you tell her to go to bed, and she's like, okay, sleep. I sleep here. But Rob could tell Reagan to go to bed, and she'd go to bed. She'd get up a couple of times, but she'd still go to bed. And now I've had to break down and do this whole entire nighttime, bath time, bedtime, like all this routine because she simply won't go to sleep. Like she woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning the other night and stayed up until 4:30. Mind you, there is 4 beds in their room. She had an accident on her bed, so she had 3 other beds. Like she could have crawled in bed with her sister, she could have crawled on the other 2 beds. And she just wanted to be up. That's all she wanted was just to be up. And I was on live, so I kept telling her, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. But now, like, I called their doctor and I was like, hey, they're not sleeping again. Can I start them back on some melatonin? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. So we're starting out with just 10. If it's a rough night, like an hour or 2 later, I'll give them another one. But the most they get is, at most, is 3 gummies. But it's spaced out. It's not like, here's you 3 gummies and, go to bed.